Yeah.
Especially from the blue side, not expecting it. And yeah, it is going to be the Rakan, the support that does come in, and immediately the Kassadin lock-in, just slamming it down into that Ziggs in the mid lane.
Wow. So that means that we're going to have something a little bit more unusual going to the top lane. I'm still wondering if it is going to be the Vars that is going to be going up there, or if it is going to be the Kai'Sa. That's going to be another opportunity to see more marksmen being played up in the top lane. I know
as we're getting so many cool shots here as we move in. Maybe some more emote usage in the Sene versus EU matchup. Wouldn't be too surprised.
I would love to see exactly what AP is already typing from the very beginning. He sees this cast and come out, and he's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this cantrick is coming out. Is that really what you need to beat me? Whereas on the other side, Humanoid, I mean...
Objectives, I'm getting money, I'm getting experience.
Ooh.
Now he's gonna find CoreJJ in his own jungle. That's first blood. It does go over to June somehow, as he didn't even use Ignite, but that is still a huge first blood here for Fnatic to kind of catch up on some of the small edges that were going the way of TL, but now Impact in a lot of trouble, has to flash away.
He does not have flash.
Here we go once again as the charm is going to come out, and that's a level 5 Alistair. June in a lot of trouble, lands the stun, but he finally hits level 6. Doesn't matter, he will go down as Yeon is taking a bunch of damage, but Noah is alone in a 1v2. The flash comes in, and the série picks up the double kill, as we did have action in the top side as well. Oscarinin. Yeah, they're looking for Oscarinin. He is in a bunch of trouble, already taking some poke from the Ziggs, as the stun will barely miss him. But UmTi here with his ult available should eventually get this done, right? I mean, he's going to be rooted down, and he just gets taken down in the 1v1. Not like this, UmTi. As the Ziggs, the satchel is huge for getting away from threats, but no flash now might make side laning much more difficult for him.
Yeah.
As the action never stops here. I'm sorry, you don't get to talk too much as they're getting on in onto the série. They get the shutdown and even get CoreJJ. As immediately this game is turned on its head again as Fnatic.
Another dragon. Yes, they got 5 grubs, which means that Twitch chat will be on their side, taking these down. Oscar?
Yeah, that's the ult over the top as Oscarinin is just going to be burned down. Has a lot of damage, but... And AP is going to be just so happy with this trade, is maybe looking for a bit more. Oscarinin does have flash, but even with that, he's just going to get flash on. There's no escape for him. Tries to do a bunch to APA, but it does not matter, as he will also collect a kill. Game 2 between BLG. As, yeah, Oscarin is just dead again. And again, it's Ziggs, it's Rump. Yeah, you know, it might just be Impact's opinion, but I feel like he's doing a good job of proving that point here in game number 1, right? And look at this. I mean, you said the full court press is, yeah, UmTi might go down, and he will, but it's a flash, and, you know, and trying to get some control over this map. But now we're just going to have a fight as it is, and Alistair out of position. And Yeon just going to avoid that one, as now the TP coming in from behind. Humanoid is level 13. He's like, please, I want to do something in this game, but I don't think he's going to have a chance to do that. It's a very nice ultimate here from the side of CoreJJ. And now UmTi's getting resets, and this team fight is all Team Liquid all the way. As from downtown, you've got Rumble ultimates, you've got Ziggs ultimates, and nobody can get away.
We have an answer.
For very long. Feels like they're just trying to end it now. I mean, they have the Baron buff. They're trying to take down inhibitors 21 minutes in. As that ult is going to miss Impact. And Razork's like, man, I'm not able to hit this. I'm not able to get much follow-up. Although, finally the Rumble will go down, as they do get that pick. But take a look at just the cue from the Ziggs hitting both Oscarinin and Noah. They're just out of the fight. And now Oscarinin.
But we do have to keep in mind, Humanoid still getting closer. It goes in.
Yeah, UmTi in a little bit of trouble, but immediately the follow-up comes in from CoreJJ. The poke is there. June is low. Razork is low. He's trying to get away. And June is not very long for this world. UmTi does get that reset. And again, the Kassadin's just... Yeah, definitely a good idea. I mean, the timing...
he's getting...
Oh, yeah, they're just going to send it. Okay, they're looking for Noah, as he is going to ult away, but immediately UmTi does get into that back line, and the front line is burning. Oscarinin in a lot of trouble. Humanoid desperately trying to hit level 16 as he's sitting on 15, and now we do still have this Kassadin. Nope, he's gone. Okay, never mind. Down he goes, and I think the Nexus is going to follow very soon here. Team Liquid looking for an extremely dominant first game win over Fnatic here at the EWC. presenting League of Legends, and they will take down this first Nexus of the series.
Look, I was hoping Team Liquid was going to win, and I was hoping that we got to get a little bit more of a fight. That just felt as though Team Liquid was always in the right places on the map.
Yeah, pretty interesting stuff to see where all of this is going to land as one pick remains, and we're guessing it should be in the mid lane for the side of Team Liquid as they save R5 for the Taliyah, which actually first time today that we're seeing the Taliyah, even though was pretty popular, but it is going to be APA hopping back onto this one himself. Especially that last one over at MSI. As getting ready here. Not sure what to expect from this Ornn. Certainly does feel like you have a immense amount of target acquisition with not only the Nautilus, but also the Ornn. And then you've got fantastic burst potential with the other 3 members in that roster.
Yep. Both those hooks in a row give Team Liquid so much extra pressure in this lane, not just because you're trading, but you also have to remember that Team Liquid is...
Flash? Okay, they're just trying to kill Yeon here, and it might just work out, but now one last auto on a June in his first blood to the Lucian of all. Massive lead in this bottom lane, and now UmTi's here. Nobody's got Flash. Nobody. And they think they're safe. They think they're the ones hiding as now Flash comes in from UmTi. And June is almost 100% dead as the damage is coming in. Aftershock not going to save him. And Noah in a bit of trouble himself. Takes a huge chunk of damage.
A complete domination top to bottom. Only 6 minutes, not even 6 minutes in, as they're already going for Razork.
Yeah, Razork going to get caught here. The wall from the Taliyah is excellent. And now they don't quite have the damage, though, as finally they do take him down. You know, tried to make something happen on top side. All he gets is a thumbs up from Impact. And now we got to dive on bot side. They know that Razork is on the top side of the map, and Noah is just in a lot of trouble. CoreJJ now, he will be traded back, and now we get a second kill over to the side of Fnatic.
Way you have a Corki. All these characters are well known for scaling super hard into the game, and Fnatic trying to put a couple of them and get a little bit more gold in their pockets.
We're trying to go for Core here, but he's just going to flash away. Noah does pick up the kill, and now UmTi in a little bit of a rough spot. Razork will go down to Yeon, and now we got the Taliyah coming on in. Noah, he needs the kill, but he's not going to get it as UmTi will survive as APA again. Yeah, now we got some plays on the top side. Core in a pretty rough spot. I really don't know what he was doing there.
And now it's a lot of gold that's gone right back on over towards Fnatic, potentially getting a bit too complacent.
Well, trying to take a trade here is Oscarinin. No flash available for Impact. He is going to throw down the equalizer. That is going to prevent Razork from getting in, as now Will proc BL does get in, but that shield is enough to keep him alive. Just barely. Impact will survive. Instead, Razork is just going to show himself up on the top side alongside of June, looking for APA. That's a very nice hook, and now the ult comes in. That is a very dead Taliyah, eventually, and that's another shutdown going into the hands of Fnatic.
First turret of the game goes down in about 15 minutes. Now looking for Noah.
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah. Very, very dead this time as Impacts.
The game is a lot easier when one of your opponents doesn't really get to play, and now Razork coming around. UmTi's right around the corner.
Yeah, well, in the 1v1 should be fine, but now we got TPs coming in, we got June coming in as well, and UmTi, they're just going to leave him for dead. Not able to help him here, as even Impact might be in a little bit of trouble. The Ornn getting to work on him. June with the flash ult just to make 100% sure, and with Impact on no flash, it will be eventually the kill going over to Oscarinin. So nice little turnaround there on the bottom side going to Fnatic. Yeah. Magnetized towards the action.
Razork is there as well. Team Liquid might be fighting off more than they can chew.
Yeah, June is going to be in an interesting spot, but like you mentioned, just trying to bait for this one. Core getting pretty low as he will flash the rocket, and now we do have Razork, and a massive equalizer going to hit everybody. Even the Humanoid has to back way in. The divide does come through. Rather, the seismic shove will pick up Noah, just the cherry on top. For a while, as that knockup is going to miss. Impact still in a lot of trouble here as Humanoid putting in that damage will knock the ult. And now a double knockup comes in here in the 2v2. You see June, though, is going to be kited down. Some sniping, some help from Humanoid, but a lot of damage from Razork as well. They're trying to get Yeon, but he is going to dash away from this one. As now UmTi looking again at the action. That wall is going to absolutely make quick work of him. And they also get the flash out of Oscar.
through. Now, I'm a little bit disappointed because they lost all their cool names, but UmTi just goes right on in.
He's going back in, and he is very tanky here on this Xin Taoist. Now an ult onto Yeon, just trying to zone him away, but UmTi's getting a lot of value to himself as eventually he goes down, but now the culling comes out. As Yeon is eating damage from the Baron, he nearly dies to it. And actually we'll have to get out of here. Impact also going down, and a massive snipe comes out from Noah as another shutdown in that 1v1, and Yeon doesn't even use his barrier. Just not seeing it as a nice little play to get that dredge line into the wall from June. But yeah, now we're gonna have the fight breaking out once here again, as Impact does have TP if they want to come into this one, and there it is, straight into the fight is now.
Humanoid.
Trying to turn on the Humanoid. He just runs into the enemy team and immediately dies.
Whoa.
But it's Impact doing the exact same thing with his TP, as down he's gonna go. CoreJJ barely alive. It's only Yeon. And yes, he is pretty fed, but I don't think he can go 1v4 here, as UmTi trying to provide a front line. Oscar going in by himself. UmTi now trying to really provide that front line. Down will go Core, and UmTi is just a little bit too low. Yeon desperate to try to 1v4, but it's not happening. That's now the Ornn ult is coming from downtown.
If this was a scrim, we would not have even played it. But now, I mean, this is why you actually got to play some of those scrims, so you can look for opportunities like this.
Well, they're trying to go all in onto the Nautilus. This time the equalizer will come down, as the Ornn ult is pretty good here from Oscarinin, but there's just no follow-up.
20 minutes. It's been hovering somewhere between 1.5 and 2.5, and now Impact getting caught.
Yeah, he's just immediately caught here. He tries to flash away, as now Oscarinin is going to be looking for the finisher, and he will get it as Razork actually gets the kill, and now UmTi just baited in. He's going to be taken down. A lot of damage is done by the culling, but it's now 3v5 for TL. Found so many angles even from behind, and now that he's ahead, he's like, okay, now it's time to go on the hunt, and June does an excellent job. And, well, right as I'm saying Razork's doing well, he just immediately dies. And now we get a huge equalizer over the top. You do see the Ornn ultimate also going to try to peel for the team, as we do see June going down, but now Yeon taken out. UmTi going way too deep, but now APA is going to get the flank here, and maybe it's enough, as APA will take out the Corky finally, as Oscarinin alone 1v2. And can he do much here? Will he take down CoreJJ? It's looking pretty likely, as he does go unstoppable, and there is the knockup. But another one is the seismic shove. APA does deny the kill. Maybe then the rest of the team just takes you down. So it does feel like Fnatic's in a pretty good spot, although Razork nearly does die. And now they're calling, and he has to flash away. Meanwhile, on the top side, Impact's in a lot of trouble, but the equalizer is good. And now a fight potentially brewing here, as so that's a very nice seismic shove to come out from the side of Team Liquid, but now UmTi in a lot of trouble, does tank up a huge amount of the damage, and now Razork is back into the fight, does take down Core, and the AoE damage from the Hoy is huge, but now they go way too deep, and Humanoid and Noah barely surviving.
The Fnatic is not, in fact, hitting the Baron, and that means that it's Team Liquid's turn to do so, trying to make sure that nobody can teleport back in.
Trying to get this fight going again, and June is in a ton of trouble. He just goes down, and that's going to be the end of that. TL, they force Fnatic. I like how casually NA versus EU is both the fastest game by far we've had so far, and also looking to potentially break the record for the longest game in the same series. As now, trying to frontline here, UmTi in a lot of trouble. Will Crescent Guard and try to get away from this one, but the knockup once again, as Oscarinin will assassinate him, but now the knockup comes out, and Oscar's in a bit of trouble. He has to get away. The equalizer is huge. The front line is just melting here on the side of Fnatic. Everybody is super low health, and a flash forward from Yeon is enough to take the double kill, and now Noah's like desperately trying to hold on to this mid lane, but eventually he should go down, as he's just poked away by stones, and maybe Team Liquid, they just end the game here. I just don't think he's got enough. You know, maybe if this was Ziggs or Anivia or something, but Kha'Zix's not looking good for him, as Team Liquid took them quite a while in game number 2, but it will be the 2-0 victory to take the series up against Fnatic and win and move on here in the EWC.
And Team Liquid finally putting yet another nail in that coffin. This is the second time that Team Liquid were able to take down Fnatic. They did it at MSI 3-1. Now they do it 2-0. The first one